Erica back on the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel today, and today we're going to have a look at the brand new Wedding Bouquet stamp set, and it's full of gorgeous flowers, and it also has a load of fun sentiments. It also comes with coordinating paradise, which I love because I'm not a fan of fuzzy cutting. And I've taken one of the flowers and I stamped it up with the Ink on 3 Blackout detail ink on Copic friendly paper or alcohol marker friendly paper. And then I thought I'd just show you another fun and great product that is available in the Crafty Meraki store. And this is the Ink Off Stamp Cleaner. So I've left my stamp in my MISTI and it's still got the ink on it. So what I'm doing, I'm just taking the pad and I'm rubbing it all over the ink. The stamp to saturate the ink, and then I'm just taking a micro towel or microfiber towel and I'm simply rubbing this off. You know, you don't have to go like crazy getting into like all the nooks and crannies and stuff, because that is the beauty of this cleaner. It comes off so clean. So we're gonna take this piece of paper here and you're gonna see it. Look at that. I mean, it's like it's never been used. Isn't that so cool? I do love a good like cleaning hack, because I used to actually take all of my stamps and clean them in the sink, which is, you know, it does take a lot of time. So this is a great solution. So I will link that down below as well if that's something that you will want to add to your craft room. But now we are going to zoom in a little bit and we are going to get into our coloring. So I have got my little Copic coloring book here. And this is a little notepad with paper. So I just, I kind of like scribble down some combinations and things that I like, just so that next time if I want something in a particular shade or for a particular occasion, I know which one to use. So you can't actually see it here in the clip, but I have R59, R37, R35, and R32. Now I will go a little bit slower on this first rows, and then on the second one we're going to speed that up a little bit. But what I'm doing is I'm going around the sort of the inner edges of the flower or the petals with the dark one, so the R59, and then we're going to go in with R37 and we're going to just blend this out a little bit. Unfortunately, my R37 is a little bit dry, so it didn't blend as well as I wanted. So this is why I then handed in the R39 on the second flower. Now you will see me going back in later when this all colored to just add a little bit more depth and contrast, because it just kind of felt a little bit, it ended up a little bit flat compared to the second rows, but you'll get to see all of that once we get to it. But this is basically how I color most of the time. So I will pick a starting point. So I'll have my darkest color either right at the end of the petal or like in the inside of the flower, and then we'll work our way outwards. So we're just gonna go around and go over all of the bits that I've used the R59 on. And then we're gonna go in with our R35 and we're gonna go over all of these bits that we've already done and a little bit more, just to kind of blend in the colors a little bit more. Now this is a 4 color blend, so you will see that you can actually get pretty good results with as little as sort of like 3 markers, but I have used 4 for this one, and then for my second flower I have used 5. So you can just kind of see the difference, and it just it's just a little something, you know. It's like if you're gonna invest in Copics, because they are an investment, they are quite expensive, you are better off getting some that work together. So if you're doing flowers, for instance, you know, find out which ones work together so you can get a good blend. And if you're doing critters, for instance, you know, get the browns and the grays and, you know, those sort of colors that work together. So it is an investment, but you get such great results with alcohol markers. So I do feel like it's a good one to make. But now our last color is R32, and we're just gonna go from sort of the end of the petal and drag that color in, and then we're gonna blend it out a little bit so we have a smooth blend. And I know this is it feels like it's going on and on, but if you wanted to see more, this is actually also sped up 4 times. So to get the good blend, you do have to invest a bit of time as well. So Just a little side note there. But now we're gonna just finish off this rose, and you can kind of see how it has, you know, thanks to that dark R59, and then all the way up to the light R32, you get that sort of nice, almost like ombre look with the highlights catching on the petals, and then like the dark bits for the contrast. It just, yeah, it is pretty nice, isn't it? I mean, yeah. So I've gone in here with a little bit more of R35 because I felt like the blend wasn't quite as good, and I really am gonna have to get a refiller for my R37 there to make sure that I get a nice solid covering, because it was so dry at one point I had to kind of like drag it a little bit. It was not good. It's not going to be a happy marker. So now we are almost finished with this rose, and then we're going to hop into time-lapse coloring. So you'll see here again, I've gone in with the dark R59, and then we're going to go R39. So this worked out to be a much better blend. So I should have really used that one for the first flower as well. And then we're going to go in with the R37, our very dry R37. And then we're going to go with the R35. And just be careful if you're doing it this way, don't cover all of the white. So you're going to want to have your lightest marker cover some of the paper to get that sort of nice highlight where, you know, the light will hit. And this is where I've gone in with the darker, the R39, to just kind of make sure that I get a little bit more depth. And you can see what a difference it makes. Sometimes it really is like the tiny little things. Now with the leaves, I have my sort of standard coloring combination, and I decided to add in another few. So you can see the color, what it would look like with the standard 4 markers on the left. And I decided to add in another 2 just to change things up a little bit and see, you know, what it would look like. I haven't marked this down in my book yet, and I'm not sure I'm going to, because although I do like how it came out, I don't know. I will probably just leave it as it is. But we're going to start again, as always, with the darkest color to kind of find that sort of the contrast and a little bit of life into the leaves. And then we're gonna go with all of our markers, all 6 of our markers. Yes, it was probably a little bit of overkill there, but it just, you know, I enjoy coloring. Coloring is one of my favorite hobbies, so I sat down, watched some Golden Girls, and just enjoyed the coloring for a bit. But once the coloring was done, we're going to take the coordinating die cut, and we are going to run this through our die cutting machine. And there we have a beautiful, fun image. I love that rose, it's so beautiful. Now to create our background, what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the sentiments from the stamp set. The only ones I haven't used, this is the one that said "She Said Yes" and also "Let's Celebrate" and "Congratulations." So I used all of them except for 3, and there are 10 in the sentiment, the stamp set. And I have placed these in my mini MISTI, and I have stamped them all over the card base with, again, the Blackout ink. And then in between, I have cleaned them off with the ink off to make sure that they didn't transfer any ink when I moved them. If you don't have any stamp cleaner, what you can do is just place a sheet of acetate, use your cheap acetate, not your nice fancy stuff, just to kind of protect your background, and then move your stamps, pick them up with the lid, and you're good to go again. So we have covered almost the entire background here. If you wanted to make sure that everything is covered, of course you can go ahead and cover the middle as well, but I decided to keep it clear because I'm going to put my flowers there anyway. So of course we have to have a little bit of sparkles. Well, I mean, okay, so you don't have to because it's kind of nice as it is, but I wanted to add in some red ones, and these are the Rogue. I might need to check my pronunciation. But these are the red half pearl gems anyway. And they have this fantastic, gorgeous sort of, I almost said incandescent, but I meant iridescent. I am a foreigner. Oh, please bear with me. So I used quite a few just to kind of like have that extra little pop of red along the background. But I just really love how they stand out. And I think it would look really cool with like black ones as well. And then of course the flowers are popped up with foam tape because dimension is life, as the one and only Laura Basson says. But that is it from me for today. I really hope you enjoyed this card and will consider recreating this with your own stuff. See you soon again. Bye!